When I think of B&B and the industry we work in, really the way I explain it to people, it's the most innovative company in my mind in the residential sector and the contemporary sector. When you think of the innovation that's happened over the years, cold molded polyurethane foam, integral steel frame, slip covers, die-crown wadding, really industrialized production for high quality products, the reason why you industrialize. Sometimes you see it in office furniture where there's a big shift to the paradigm, but the technology that was developed to really shift the industry forward, B&B developed. So in that sense, right from the get-go, they were always defining the market and have continued to do so. So in my mind, they're really the true leader with almost no other equals. Everyone else has followed, but B&B has led. Our first project we did was the tulip chair, and it was a very nice project. And Rolando, the head of design, had said, "You did a good job with the tulip chair." So he said, "Now we want you to do a chaise." I said, "Okay, great." And he goes, "Just keep in mind, people like Eames and Mies and a few others have done chaises too, so the bar is very high." Historically, for me, the first piece of furniture I bought when I was at college was the Corbusier chaise lounge. And so the inspiration for this project actually came from Corbusier and Ronchamp. Chaises are interesting projects because in the home, on some level, you have many needs in the home for furniture, and the chaise is almost one of those pieces that you don't necessarily need, but it's an emotional thing. If you see it and you love it, then you want it and you find a place for it. This chaise, when we started to think about it, as we talked about it last year, it was coming up on the 10-year anniversary, so we said, what should we do now? This was the first chaise 10 years ago in 2001. If we use magnets, that's going to allow us to connect the headrest to the main body of the chaise. When we came to 2005, we talked a little bit about what the next project should be. Continue to think about how people use things. But if I'm sitting here now, I have a perfect place for me to have a book or a newspaper that I can sit and now spend much more time with. It's the duration that we can sit and use this piece is extended now for that type of activity. With this one, going back to one of those familiar motions that we're all familiar with from a little kid of rocking, the way that the legs were built totally tells the user everything they need to know about the product. It's new, it's going to perform different, and we stayed true to the original design. We really didn't change the material per se, we just slightly modified the legs. So just a gentle rocking. It's really a completely different experience than being static in the chaise. This side of that rocking motion seemed like a really nice way to think about what we could do with the chaise. When you think back over 10 years, we're just continuing to add and improve on the way we've sort of continued to work on things. The idea is still valid. We still continue to work on it. We can still find ways to continue the exploration and that the marketplace always appreciates. The poetry of the line. The landscape chaise was this beautiful shape, and it was about the poetry of the line and what the signature of it, if you will. In the original version, with the sled leg base, it grounded the furniture to the ground in a very nice way, in a very elegant way. With this version, there's the poetry of the leg line now is complementary to the shapes that are in the chaise itself. So in the purple version, you see it without the top. Here in this version, you see the mattress cover on top of it. The package came in this beautiful container, if you will, that Quadrat made for us to help us celebrate the collaboration of this project. In its retrofittable form, it's very simply folded in here. It's really that easy to add this version to it. It's hard to have a project that came out so good initially and then to continue to add to it in a very interesting, innovative way. Italy still excels in the world in the field of design for a number of reasons. But I think that notion of quality and craftsmanship really makes a big difference. The area we're in, north of Milano, there's a lot of technical know-how. The industrial machines are made here, the materials are made here. In America, we're very good at industrializing things as well, and we can assemble things. But that notion of quality and craftsmanship, we've sort of started to lose in America. And that's the difference when you work in these fields. You can make things with tools and equipment, but it's bringing these things together and the human that's a part of this that really takes those materials and builds in the quality and craftsmanship that really sets a company like B&B apart from a lot of its competition. Lucky is the case mostly with B&B. We don't make many compromises, and this is one that we got everything completely right.